Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy might already be sending messages to each other, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's new with Roman Reigns, Dominik Mysterio, and more. Starting things off with this new discovery for Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy, it's been nearly 3 full years since we've seen Alexa Bliss and Uncle Howdy fully interact with each other on screen, but they have been interacting through indirect messages and signals pretty much since last year. With the introduction of the Wyatt Six, fans were surprised that Alexa Bliss was not a part of the group on day one. Uncle Howdy did address this concern with his indirect letter about Alexa Bliss, claiming that he did invite her, but that it's up to her to join when she's ready. Then, fast forward to early 2025, and they did have a few weeks of hidden messages to each other. A Wyatt Six glitch screen popped up during an Alexa Bliss segment that questioned Alexa on if she felt in control. Alexa would directly respond to that question from Uncle Howdy during a backstage promo where she did flat out say that she was in charge. And that was really the last time we saw a solid back and forth between Alexa and Howdy. But with the May 23rd return from Uncle Howdy, Alexa Bliss and himself now have something new in common, and that's the Fiend's iconic pinstripes. Although every Wyatt Six members had the red circle on their gear since day one, Alexa Bliss was the first superstar to feature the Fiend's pinstripes on her attire. Alexa's entrance skirt features a small patch of the Fiend's iconic pinstripe pattern that was famously on his pants. Alexa comes out with those pinstripes on her attire for every single match nowadays. And now Uncle Howdy appears to be following that same thing. Uncle Howdy is now wearing an armband that features the Fiend's pinstripes as well. Up until this point, Alexa and Howdy are the only two individuals that are wearing the Fiend's pinstripes. And fans are curious if there's a hidden meaning or message behind these pinstripes. Is it a simple touching tribute, or does it signify something else? Could it hint that these are the two most important characters in the Wyatt universe right now? Uncle Howdy was the original leader and creator of the Wyatt Six. All of the teasers from last year perfectly showed that Howdy put this entire operation together. But reports lately have been claiming that Alexa Bliss is set to be fully in charge and lead the group. So that entire aspect is interesting because if a shift in power is coming to the Wyatt Six, how peaceful would that transition really be? Will Uncle Howdy just give up the power to Alexa Bliss like nothing, or will he put up a little fight for power and control? Howdy and Alexa are both on the same side of missing Bray Wyatt immensely and paying tribute to him, but we gotta also remember that Howdy and Alexa have never really been that peaceful with each other at all. Every time they interacted back in 2022, it was always in a standoffish type of way. There's never really been peace there. So if Howdy and Alexa cross paths again here soon in current day, it'll be very interesting to see if their relationship picks back up from that same rocky spot. In a strange way, that appears to be the first big feud for Uncle Howdy on Smackdown. It gotta be against Alexa Bliss. Not physically in a match, but that power struggle and creating a true bond between Howdy and Alexa, that's a big narrative there to dive into. And we should absolutely expect it to be touched on if Alexa truly joins the group after all. There's so much moving stories right now between Alexa and Charlotte, Wyatt's versus the tag team division, and Alexa versus Howdy. So hopefully it's going to be a smooth and great ride to see where all these narratives go for the Wyatt universe. Roman Reigns recently celebrated his 40th birthday this weekend, and it had everyone wondering, where is he at right now? Roman was last seen on the Raw After WrestleMania episode when Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker got the surprising upper hand on Roman and Punk. And since then, Roman's return has been a major mystery. Initial reports claim that Roman Reigns was set for an early June return to WWE, but new reports are now claiming that those early June reports may be inaccurate and that there may be a bigger delay to Roman's actual return. So now it's entering that conflicting reports area, and no one has any idea when Roman is returning. He's not publicly scheduled for any upcoming shows, but a surprise return is always on the table of possibilities for him. So the next few months of Roman's status is part of a mystery, but everyone does assume that he'll be at SummerSlam, which is the second largest show of the year for the company. So everyone is sticking with that safe assumption that he'll be around for that event. but everything else remains a big mystery. As far as what Roman will be doing when he returns, it looks like Roman will be a solid part of Monday Night Raw going forward. Technically, he's a SmackDown superstar. He was never drafted to Raw on paper. But Roman is one of those big stars where they're just going to use him wherever he's needed at. So it looks like Roman's upcoming return will be more focused on Raw, because that's where all the biggest storylines for him are at during this current moment of time. He needs to seek revenge on Paul Heyman, come after Seth Rollins, and potentially try to link up with CM Punk, which of course are all things that can only be done on the Monday Night Raw brand. And what is Seth's main goal at the moment? Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins have not been shy about it at all. Their main goal is for the world title to be around Seth's waist. He's looking to snatch it up here from Jay real soon. And Seth Rollins has just added even more muscle to his faction by bringing Bronson Reed into the fold. So Seth is creating this army around him so that when he goes to steal the world title, it should be a very easy task with all these soldiers being in place. However, this also serves as a perfect return spot for Roman Reigns. Roman can return to prevent Seth Rollins in that moment from capturing the World Heavyweight Championship. And if Jay is still the world champion that Roman blocks Seth from getting to, that would also be a nice moment of continuing that redemption arc for Roman Reigns. Roman was very brutal and mean toward Jay during their days in the bloodline. So if Roman comes out here with this gesture of saving Jay's title reign from being ripped away and ended by Seth Rollins, that has to make Roman look a bit better in Jay's book and make it easy to forgive Roman for all the bad things he's done in the past towards Jay. Roman's character over the last few years has surely been a narcissist. So if he pops back out with a big action of saving another family member's title reign, it really would be a moment that once again showcases how much Roman has changed in current day. So there may not be a date on Roman's return right now, but fans strongly expect to see Roman and Seth pick things up again with each other once they're both back on Raw. Stephanie McMahon recently had Dominik Mysterio on her podcast as a guest, and Dominik revealed something major that he said he is considering for himself, and that's a major new look. Dominik said he enjoys the look he has right now, but that he often finds himself thinking about the look he had during his early WWE days when he was 8 years old, which was the short bleached hair. Dominik says that look has been on his mind a lot lately, and that if the right opportunity presented himself, he would drastically switch up his look to go back to what technically counts as one of his first looks on WWE television. So, if Dominik does do that, it would be a pretty insane full circle moment to bring that look back. Maybe it can even serve as the new look for Dominik Mysterio once he officially turns babyface again.
But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.